Hi, hello. Can you hear me? Okay, right. Hello, good morning. Namaskaram. Assalamu alaikum. Respected invited speaker, Mr. Muzaffar Hussain, founder and CEO of Aprify Labs, Bangalore. The committee members of IIC, faculties, my dear students, and other participants. It's my privilege and pleasure to welcome all of you to the third day of the short course on entrepreneurship. This course is organized with the support of Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, and AICT. We are delighted to have you with us to participate in the third day of this course. Thank you all for joining us. I have already told you that the PSMO is Research, Innovation and Incubation Center for Entrepreneurship Prize and the PSMO Institution Innovation Council IIC are formed in our college to motivate our students and other interested persons from nearby villages to come up with new ideas and to become entrepreneurs. Again, the course is designed by the prize by combining the impact lecture series of the IIC. The main objective of this course is to make personnel from different fields aware of innovation and entrepreneurship trends and techniques and sharpen their entrepreneurship skills. The last 2 days, we have learned to become a startup entrepreneur and the challenges we face during our entrepreneurship journey. I request you all to attend all the sessions and mark the attendance at the end of the sessions so we can provide you an e-certificate at the end of the course. If you have not joined in our WhatsApp group, please contact me. Today's resource person, Mr. Muzaffar Hussain, founder and CEO of Aprify Labs, Bangalore, will teach you to prepare pitch deck for investors, which is very important to get funding from investors. Mr. Muzaffar Hussain is a native of a small town, Berhampur, Odisha. He is a passionate entrepreneur from the age of 20, dream about his own startup named Aprify, which is a digital IT hub. The company registered office is at Bangalore. His never give up attitude led him to the leader of India's fastest growing startup studio. Aprify also got foreign investments from the Middle East. Aprify Labs has been selected by Government of India and IIM Calcutta Innovation Park under Smart 50 Solutions for India. It is and Aprify recognized by Government of India and Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. It is recognized by Government of Karnataka as one of the innovative technical service provider. Aprify has been selected as one of the Smart 75 Tech Products Developers, which is organized by Government of India and Goa and in collaboration with Government of Armenia. I welcome Mr. Muzaffar Hussain, founder and CEO of Aprify Labs to this program. Welcome you, sir.
Thanks, Dr. Abdul.
Without the audience, this program is nothing. So I welcome you all. If you have any help required regarding entrepreneurship or patent-related works, you can approach PSMO Price anytime. Without any other formalities, now I pass the mic to our chief guest, Muzaffar Hussain. Welcome you, sir. Now you can start, sir.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Abdul, for this warm welcome. Let me represent myself a bit about what exactly I used to do and I'm doing currently. So, myself, Muzaffar Hussain, founder of Aprify Digital IT Hub Private Limited from Bangalore, India. So, we have two products. Currently, we are working on it back to back from past 4.5 years. So, one is like Aprify Digital IT Hub, and one is like Aprify Labs. So, Aprify Digital IT Hub, we are matching the talent of Indian tech developers their salaries to the US silicon based salaries. So what we are trying to do is like giving equal compensation what Indians can get by sitting in India as compared to the US silicon based salaries. So that's how we work for Digital ID Hub. And for Amplify Labs, we are working with innovative entrepreneurs in terms of part cash and part equity format. So what exactly we do, like suppose a founder is having an exceptional idea, but he don't know how to execute in terms of lot of factors like operationals, accounting, technical stuffs, and management operations. A lot of things will come around while building a startup from scratch. So we as an Aprify Labs, what we are telling to developers like the founders, like we are having a good tech team in Bangalore of around like 100 plus now. So we are telling like you just come to us, explore your ideas in terms of any domain like healthcare, fintech, logistic, travel, anything. So if we like your idea, we will build your product eh, by taking some cash and by taking some equity in the company parallelly. So how this will work out, like suppose the product cost around in the market to build, like Flipkart or else like India Mart or like some kind of product. So it will cost around in the range of like 40 to 100k USD from the launch of phase one beta release to many more phases will come around along with that while we are building those products. So we tell like, look, you have an exceptional idea and we have a very great team which we are working on it. So what we can do, like we can distribute the cost equally. Suppose if it's an 100k USD, the product, the complete product we need to build from time to time, and we need to launch the product in the market. So what we can tell, like we can give the compensation of 50% cash, like we take 50% equivalent shares in the company for the total pricing whatever we will fix together, and 50% cash the founders need to give to us. So it's a win-win situation for both the parties, or else it's a what you can say, like loss situation for anybody. So currently we have around 3 to 4 portfolios which we have engaged ourselves. One is like from Israel-based product data analytics startup Confirm You. One is like fintech-based startup from Delhi, Phone Parlo. One is like logistic-based startup from UK, where we have currently hold some equity in the company. Along with that, we taken some cash to build the product from Indian side, and we are exploring the whole global market. So for doing this, like when we initiate our product like Amplify, how we need to sustain ourselves in the market. So definitely we need to have some funds. So funding is like either founders and partners need to keep their money for the company, or else we need to onboard some investors where we can initiate our product in the market. That's how the funding plays an important role. Funding in terms of like external investor or else like from the partners is almost equivalent, because we need the funds to run the product in the market. So let's begin like why funding is important, how investors plays an important role for our product to scale globally, why sometimes bootstrap is also fine if the product is so solid and we have some recurring users from the day one. So guys, like am I fast or else I need to reduce down like in a very slower note?
No, sir, it's okay, sir. It's okay.
All right. So let me classify like why how we need how we can approach to the investors, and how legally we can structure initial company data from making a pitch deck to forming a legal entity. So before that, I would like to explore something about like legal entity, like how many legal entities are there in India, how we can form it up, and how we can approach investors with a particular legal entity, with the name of the founders, with the name of the product and all. So currently we have like around 4 to 5 legal representation to form a company. If the director is alone, he can form a company with one PC, one person company. If it's like initially he don't want to take so much legal paperwork and so much filings, he don't want to take care, then there is like LLP, limited liability partnership. Then after like one more, which is like everywhere it is rolling it up when it comes to investment, it is like private limited. So private limited, where investors will have some shares option to uh, give them like whenever they will put some money. But in terms of like LLP, uh, he don't have like shares options. It's all about mutual relationship between investors and the company founders. It will have designated partners, but he don't have like director level or shareholding pattern structure in that company. But most of the startup, like where they initially don't want funds, so I would love to suggest like to go for LLP formation. Once they feel like they have some users, or else like their product is ready for the market fit and they want to raise some funds, they can easily convert those LLP into private limited. So that's how investor terms will come when it comes to private limited, because it has shares options. Like sharing is like there will be around like 10 rupees face value share option will be there initially whenever you form a company in India, all over India. So initial the paid up capital and authorized capital will be there in the two structures of private limited. So the face value of shares, it's fixed in India, is around like 10 rupees. You cannot denominate lesser than that. That is like the basic normal standard. So whenever you onboard some investors, so there will be like some shares price will increase based on the company valuation, that I will explain you in the later stage. So one more thing is like, okay, yeah, Parvez, like I will explain you with the deck what exactly I'm saying. Okay, not to worry. So I'm just giving that introduction part, so that once we enter into that actual scenario, I will explain like how to prepare a deck and how to form a legal entity apart from that. Okay. So after that, the final goal and ambition for any startup fund is like to make them unicorn in the market, and to list them in as an IPO, the end goal of many founders. But many founders who don't want to go for an IPO because it's a public money when the company is in huge loss, or else they have some planning to raise funds from the market, from the public, then they use this trick with the help of SEBI to launch them for an IPO. So that's a different story I will tell on the later stage. So let's go for the simple pitch deck, why it is necessary, how we can make a simple pitch deck for the initial level of beginning of any product. Just give me guys 1 minute. So can you see this? Because I need to enlarge this one.
No, sir, we can't see any presentation.
Okay, just 1 second. Now you can see this.
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So do you have any queries like what exactly? Because I have just given the brief details, like not into so much. So do you have any queries before starting this, like why we need funds and how to form a legal entity, why it is necessary, which legal entity is required for the beginning level of a product to build and to explore legally in the market. So any queries like any in terms of NDA, in terms of IP protection of any product. So do you have any queries like guys, one or two?
No, sir.
All right. So let's go for the simple pitch deck. I just make I have many pitch decks like where I used to invest in some companies, and I can show you up right now. So this is like our pitch deck where we used to approach for that investment side. So these are like the many pitch decks where I used to invest, or else these people come to me for the angel funds. So let's go with a simple pitch deck where I feel like this is like a super simple pitch deck to initiate the understanding of investment part. So what is pitch deck? Like it's a basic template to help your chart to your startup, like to help your chart, like help your projection what exactly uh, you are looking for funds, why you need of funds, whom to approach, and what are you going to use for the funds which you are going to get from investors. So I can tell you about like investors. So there are different types of investors are there, and different range of investment is there in the market. Like one is like angel funds. Angel funds is something like where initially you have your family members, friends, relatives, your known people, where you try to uh, where you try to approach them because it's easy for them to convince, rather going for an unknown investors or reputed venture capital firms. So what you can do, like you can ask your brother, hey, I have a product idea, so I want some funds to initiate. Maybe it's a 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, any number you want to pitch on. He didn't like your idea, so you approach some known persons of your brothers, sisters, family members, or a lot of people you will try to approach. So that's how the angel funds will come into the market. Somebody will like, somebody will dislike. So no, not to worry at all for like how many times you're going to get rejected, because myself has been rejected by 25 to 26 times before getting a final fund from a Dubai based investor. So not to worry. So the second part is like uh, the second is like uh, after getting angel fund, so you try to raise like pre-series, then series, where you can try early stage venture capital firms. There are many are there in India where you can get in funds, like Matrix Partners. So they can put down some early stage funds like around 350k USD, 100k USD, 200k, 400k, or else $1 million maximum. So I can name some, like in Bangalore, I have met many VCs here, like Matrix, like Incubate Fund, and the SOX. There are different kinds of accelerators where they can give some small funding, like early stage funding, like 100k, 200k, 250k, SOX and MOX accelerators from China and US. So, so different kinds of investors are there in Bangalore as well as globally. So third is like actual venture capital. This is the final goal for any entrepreneurs. Like you can approach, like their biggest farms are there, like Sequoia, SoftBank, and Tiger Global. Matrix is also a bigger farm, and many more are there. Many more are there who are really putting a lot of funds, pouring a lot of funds in many startups, like in Oyo, OLX. Uh, you can find like Flipkart. A lot of VCs are pouring money in India nowadays, but the trend has been slowed down because of many reasons. Many legal conflicts are going on. So not to worry. Our target is like something which we need to raise funds for the exact reason. It's not like raising fund is something like enjoyable thing, like you feel happy, like you get popularity after raising funds. Hey, these guys got funds and their idea is blossom. No, it should be usable in a correct way, or else there is no need of raising funds and taking a headache with a lot of paperwork. So you get an foreign direct investment like FDI from outside to India. So there's a lot of paperwork will go around, like FLA filings will go, FGCPR filings will go, a lot of other RBI filings will go. Then after here, valuation certificate you need to create for your startups. So make a motto like why you need an investment and how much you need for the initial run of the company, and how you're going to raise next round of funding if you are in need of it, then only. Or else bootstrap is the best way. If your product is so market fit and you have a lot of users initially from the day one and you are generating revenue, try to improve in that corner only. So this is about like why, what is a pitch deck, and how many types of investors are there, and how many legal entities where investors can put around the money in private limited only, not in LLP, not in one PC. So, so not in any NGO kind of organization, something around. So you can understand like legal structure as well as different types of VCs, how we can approach, whom to we can approach. So how, what is a pitch deck? It's a short overview of your business idea, often used when presenting to investors and raising funds. Simple, which I said. So it's an idea where you're going to take your idea to that investors, maybe any investors. How much you need funds, according to that you start approaching. One is like angel, one is like VCs, one is like family funds also there. Like there are a lot of royal families which are keeping the funds to make sure like the startup are growing. So depends. What's a basic template? So the following elements usually constitute a normal pitch deck. So these are like the basic things where investors look around, like who is your team, so what is your product, with a simple two-line idea, not like keeping a lot of stories like 5 to 7 lines. Nothing is required. Suppose we are an aggregate for we are a marketplace. Amplify is a marketplace for software developers. Simple. Then after in the storyline you can explain what exactly, if they will ask. If they are not asking, let's move with the next slide, because they're not keen interest on many ideas, because they see founders attitude while pitching to their investors, which I see in many cases of mine. So what is the problem, like, uh, what is the problem you are trying to solve? Suppose you are having a product, so how you can validate your idea to the real life, real time experience problems, how you're going to solve it out? So depends on your idea, depends on your product size, depends on your product market fit. So many factors will come around in this. So can you please guys tell me, like, how many you have been initiated your idea, like what kind of idea do you have and how you are protecting your IP for that? Can you please, anyone will tell me out, like, what is your idea and what problem you are trying to solve here? Anyone? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So any of you have like form any idea, like you want to do on, you want to pursue entrepreneurship after a college career, or if you want to uh, initiate something of your own, like you don't want to go for the job life and you want to initiate something of your own, like which attracts you most and which gives you the passion for, like, yes, I can do it and I'm ready to solve this problem in the market. So suppose Amplify is solving, like suppose there are many Indian techies who are getting like 3 lakh 2 lakh package after reading engineering. So we figure it out, like, the many vegetable vendors are earning more than an engineer after struggling a lot of stuff. So why they doesn't deserve a good salary from the day one? So we are trying to solve and challenge ourselves, like we'll get global companies directly work with us, not through Accenture, not through CGI, not through Hitachi, not through LG. So they should directly work with us, and we will be the direct client and customer relation, bonding will be there. So we are trying, like, okay, they offer us like 30 lakhs package, so we give them almost the same package because we want to make user base for them. So we are trying to keep happier developers as well as the client, without with taking very less fees, margin, like subscription based model, whatever you can suggest, you can think of. So what you guys are solving problem, any one of you, like you have initiated an idea and you want to, like, explore in the market and you are ready to pitch in front of the investors. So can you please tell me, like, anyone, like, no one?
No, sir. Before we haven't tried anything like this.
Uh-huh.
Once, one of my friend he has told me an idea that in which maybe you know about network marketing. I hope you know about it.
MLM.
So it is an opportunity wherein which you can be an entrepreneur by by just producing a sales. So it was happened in 2020. One of my friend gave me an opportunity wherein which I can be an entrepreneur without any investments. Like, in this industry you just generate sales and you will build your business own business. So I hope you know more about network marketing, and in India it's known as direct selling. So that was the one thing which I have which I just think of starting, but I couldn't just because of some reasons. So that was my first initiate to be an entrepreneur, and from that time I'm very much very much passionate to be an entrepreneur. That was my
Oh,
first step to begin, but I
all right.
couldn't begin it properly because of some reasons. So I dropped that plan.
Thank you
So
so much for not beginning in this way, because multi-level marketing in such a way is like it's something where it's a loophole, which in Hawks I can say for sure. Because what you can get, like they are selling the product, first of all you need to purchase it, so they have done the direct marketing with you, correct? So where you need to purchase, then you need to promote the product, and then after they will give you the commission out of it, whatever you sell. And they have different levels of what you can say platform, like gold platform, diamond platform. So where you
absolutely,
can
yes,
get many stuff, blah blah blah. So and
yes,
they're
sir.
promoting in the name of Ambani's, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, by stating like you will be millionaire in next 2 days. So
Absolutely, sir.
correct.
Absolutely.
So it's a big hoax. Okay. I have done enough research, like why this MLM was booming around like 2015 to 2012, and
Yeah,
how it has been dropped down after that when people try to understand, like initially they are doing the direct marketing with the consumer. Consumer means you, like me, like people. Okay. They force us to purchase their product. Then only you can become a partner to sell their products in the market, by stating like a lot of reasons, lot of things, like you can be millionaire in next 2 months. Okay, so
Yes.
I really congratulate to you not to begin with those steps. There are
Thank you, sir.
real, there are really problem solving startups which we required in the market, which we have in terms of EV side, in terms of fintech side, in terms of finance side, in terms of logistics side. A lot of things, beautiful things are there, need to do it.
Yes,
So
sir. Absolutely.
rather going for, I would suggest like a born kid with 10 to 12 years age boy can try to do this, because he can learn how to make fool people by selling those products, because no one is going to use this product, useless products. I have seen in many things. Maybe I'm rough, but this is the practical scenario for those products. And these
Yes, sir.
companies are getting huge encouragement by many other international bigger marketing agencies, because they are getting good funds for doing those jobs. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So all right. So
So, what do
make
you
make
think?
you.
Sir, what do
Mhm.
you think? Is these companies are genuine in India, or businesses like
They are
this are
genuine. They're
genuine?
legally registered. They're doing genuinely. I
Okay.
can say like legally they are correct. They legally they are not wrong. They are following all the legal compliances of India to make their product market into Indian origin, Indian zonal regions, and they are
Yes, sir.
finding good people where they want to sell those products. Where I can suggest like you can do as a part time, but what you will get, it's so tough to sell. Correct.
Yes.
So getting tougher side, which is not required for you at this moment, which is not solving a challenging stuff. You
Yes,
need to be
sir.
a challenger yourself, right? Okay, I'm solving which is highly required in this market, rather this MLM products, multi-level marketing.
Yes, sir.
If my suggestion, like I'm not going to follow this kind of stuff. Rather, it's apart from different people, different perspective, because we cannot argue with a lot of people stating like you are only wrong. So it's left
Yes.
up to them after giving valuable points, feedback, and all. So now it's their choice of life to either to proceed or not. So
Yes, sir.
that's fine. You know, like what I mean. So
Thank you
it's
so much,
their
sir.
wish and
Thank you.
desire. Yes, thank you so much. So that's how you need to find some product where you can challenge yourself, where you can find like there's a lot of problems. Suppose we find like salaries of Indian techies is very less. So that is a challenge, like how we can make into Silicon Valley standard of US, like $40,000, $35,000, $25,000, $20,000. So that is very tough for us at initial moment, because no one wants to pay huge salary. They will say like, why we will pay salaries if we are hiring from India. So we say like it's all about like the job, quality of job that Indians are giving in the number one in the country, like in the whole world, in terms of development, in terms of software developer side. So why we will board on ourselves like, okay, we will work in 3 lakhs and $40,000 USD you can save yourself in a year. So maybe there are middle companies who eat this money. So we are trying to compensate directly with the companies of US Indian side who is currently working for the US region, and we are trying to give good salaries, at least some standard, not so much huge, because it's a beginning level for us also. It will take some time to understand HR technical stuff in this market too, how we can negotiate and with the developers as well as with the company side, and how we can make a very good long term business perspective. Correct. So it's a kind of challenge also. So getting an developer is not so easy, and giving them quality of salary is also not an easy. So it's a challenging stuff for us. The second challenging which we find is like Aprify Labs. So a lot of founders like you and me, we used to struggle a lot of our funds. Correct. We don't have enough funds to build the product. So how they can encourage themselves to choose this entrepreneurship field. So we tell like, look, you have a product idea, which we like, it will scale in the market in very nearby years. So we are here to help you. We have team where we can use it in a perfect way. Time utilization we can make it up, and we will build your product for at least to launch in the market. Then after, it's your luck with the new investors, and even we can connect with investors which we are connected. We'll try to grow together. It's a win-win situation for both the parties, or else it's loss situation for both the parties. So we are solving this part also. So there is a problem, and for the problem there is a solution which we need to solve it together, like being into part of team, being into part of startup ecosystem, a lot of stuff, like. So solution. So what is your solution to the problem? I have said like what exactly Amplify is solving. So you need to rectify, like suppose there is a problem. I can see like now the petrol prices hikes a lot. So Ola has changed its module to EV side. Like they have target like 2 3 years back. Like they have analyzed, they have done enough market R&D where the petrol prices has shoot up to 100 plus. So they are now going with EV vehicle. where there is no need of petrol. So they are trying to solve this problem, like why we need petrol where we can go through this EV pollution less vehicle. So these people are doing now in a very good way. So there are many others EV industry, EV companies are coming, which is like appreciated. Then only the petrol prices will reduce, or else it is going up to 150 in next 2 3 years for sure. Mark it up. So I don't know. This is my prediction. My prediction can be wrong. So what is USP? So how you can analyze this point, like USP, unique selling proposition. So you build your product, like, but you want to differentiate your product with other competitors. Suppose you are in the Flipkart uh, reason. So there are other products who are doing almost the similar thing, like they are selling the product in online. So how Flipkart is challenging others? Suppose I can tell Misho. So Misho is also selling, but it's a direct selling point, like I can say, like direct marketing they're doing. Suppose you want to become an entrepreneur, so a lot of female lady, a lot of women entrepreneurs who want to, like they want to earn something, like in a very genuine way. So Misho has created a platform. Even they do the same job, they sell the product online, they courier, they have their own logistic partner who can courier the product if I order something in online. But they have some USP point, like Flipkart, what they can do, they can onboard retailers, wholesalers, everybody on that single platform. But here Misho works with directly with the manufacturer. So they tell, like, okay, manufacturers will list the product in online. So I'm a registered entrepreneur, so I can register to sell those products and take commission out of it, with 0% commission to Misho, because Misho charges to manufacturers directly. So it's a zero commission for Misho, and it's 100% selling USP point for entrepreneurs like us. So they Flipkart sell products online, Misho sell products online, but they have their own USP to fight together. You know, like what I mean. Suppose I can tell, like there are other, like Mintra. So they sell only stylish clothing merchandise kind of solution they are trying to solve. Also, but Flipkart sell all things. Mintra sell the quality of things, like quality matters them. So that's their USP. So once you are trying to build a product, then you need to find, like, how you can differentiate with others, at least not in all ways, but in some ways. So I hope you are trying to understand what exactly I am trying to say. So any queries so far, guys?
No, sir.
Is it clear, like what I'm saying? Are you trying to even grasp, like what
Yes, sir.
exactly
Yes,
you're
sir.
saying?
Yeah.
Sir, we have got a question in the chat box.
All right, I'm just looking around because I'm pitching here.
Uh, do you know any VC space for crypto in India?
See, I can. Okay, sir. You know, VC is based for crypto in India. First of all, we need to tell Supreme Court to make it legal. Then only VC start pouring money in India. Like DXC coin is there, who are getting foreign funds, but it's getting very difficult for them to clear RBI paperwork. So I can say, guys, like crypto is not 100% legalized unless or until Supreme Court is giving approval. Maybe
Yeah,
like,
but it's not illegal though, right?
yes,
It's
it's
not
not
legal.
illegal.
Yeah, it's in a gray area, right?
Correct. It's not illegal to, I can consider. Many people are doing. So if I suppose you think based on that investor point of view, like I am an investor, I feel like there's a lot of threat to put money. Supreme Court can tell anything in next 2 years, like it's completely banned. Suppose now the market crash for crypto has happened due to, like China government has declared some what you can say, some legal terms, and Elon Musk has pulled down his crypto coins because he wants to earn more by pulling other investors money. So how VC can trust in this way? Like Indian government fluctuates their point in every section of cryptocurrencies. So but still there are many companies who are getting funds. There are many companies who are at threat. There are many companies who are taking a huge risk with the certain VCs. VCs has kept down in DXC coin, but I'm not sure, like what value proposition they has done. Have they registered the legal entity in India or else in Singapore? So many companies, like in this way, they're registered in an indirect way, not directly with an Indian entity, or else they might have some huge backup. Like they want to register themselves in Singapore and reroute the money to here in India in a different way, like in subsidiary kind of model, or else they need to follow Indian legal laws. So I'm not sure about, like how this will be structured in next 2 years, and how VCs are looking for the perspective of investing in crypto based startups. So not sure about this because even
Yeah,
I
but
have dilemma.
there are many amazing projects which came up from India, right? There is Polygon, the biggest project, one of the biggest project from India, and it's pretty good. Like everyone knows, like it's from India, and the name is becoming more bigger and bigger with time. So there are many VCs. Actually, there are many VCs in India, but so I don't know from where they are originating at. Maybe they like showing like they are coming from Singapore, stuff like that, as you told. But yeah, but there are many VCs in India. Like when they pitch, the backers list would be there, right? So there are many people who are from India, but I don't know how they are doing it. Yeah. So asked.
All right. So, as I said, like they might have backup option for sure, because like once there's a TikTok like where it is booming in India when many people through advertisers they are running, but all of a sudden they have banned it. I don't know for what reason, because they feel like the data has been breached and it has been submitted to China servers, but it's not happening like that. They have taken already. When you register yourself in TikTok, it's a you can they will ask for the logs of your phone calls, numbers, images, and all stuff. They will do that. So how you can analyze like these things will you can convince your VC, no, Indian government is not going to do that, because the concept is running well, right? A lot of people are become millionaires and a lot of people are getting big losses.
Yeah, there's a funny thing. Like, you cannot ban crypto as such because it is fully decentralized, right? There is no centralized authority behind it, so you can't ban it in any manner. You can ban any exchange regarding the uh, exchanges and swaps, but you cannot ban it because it is fully decentralized. And if you have your account in it, you have your private key to the wallet, nobody can take it from you rather than the normal fiat currency. You have it, but the control is given to the bank, right? There is a middle person, but in crypto there is no such people, right?
That's why the government is
Yeah.
getting straight, right? Already a lot of money has been transferred from India to outside. So that's the reason. You have already told like what exactly I want to tell, but I don't want to come here with a lot of those stuffs where a lot of transactions going on, because crypto is something like it's one block is connected to other block, and which we don't know like who is the sender and who is the receiver in terms of middle level transactions.
No,
So
if you have the transaction link hash, you can tell from like from where it came and where it went,
but
like
how
that you
RBI
can.
will come to know?
Yeah, if there are exchanges, right? If there is an exchange, WazirX, okay, and they do the KYC, right? So if there is a transaction, huge transaction going on, coming in and coming like going out, so they can trace that link, like the transaction hash, and they can show up like this much money came and it went. And with the KYC, they can track the person. Like there are many hacks happening, right? And out of this 100%, 60% are like they get the money back with the KYC thing, right?
So
So
RBI
it is,
will
yeah,
RBI
RBI, yeah, say,
RBI will tell, then why don't you
yeah.
use a normal government approval method through stock options? So why they
Muzaffar
will?
Muzaffar
The
Hussain,
big,
are we going away from the topic?
Oh no, 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 not exactly. So he's asking about the crypto. So I'm just trying to explain. Like still it is not yet, but many people are still doing. So it's a mid-level topic here to
yeah,
analyze.
yeah, sir. As you told, like pretty soon in 2, 3 years, people would be talking about crypto,
Hmm.
right? And even people would be pitch decking. I'll show you so many projects, the Polygon and all project like that. They came up and they put so much amazing pitch deck, and the Coinbase like that, big venture capitalist firm people came into it. Even Google Ventures, even they have been putting so much money into this market, and yeah, soon like the future is crypto, the technology behind it, all the automated market makers in it. It's pretty amazing and fascinating. Yeah, so continue. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No problem. Okay, so let's go ahead with other points here. So what are like the competition we have discussed about like USP, how we can differentiate our product with others, and how we can make our product stability for longer time in the market. So for competition and barrier to entry, how do the current solutions compare with current solutions compare with your solution? Like how easy is it to replicate your solution? What category of competitors do you belong? So I can say like say about the competition level for the product. So every product might have competitors in the market, either in direct way or else in indirect way, in the or else in terms of bigger scale or else in terms of smaller scale. So as a founder, we need to see shorter term or as well as the longer term vision. So how do the current solutions compare with your solution apart from others? So that is the most important point here. So what solution which we are trying to solve and how we can differentiate with others. So how is it to replicate your solution with others? By making some kind of a small USP. So every product you feel like they are selling, I'm selling. So how we can replicate ourselves, like lodge services. So that's how the hawks will create, and you need to pitch confidently, like yeah, they're like, this is the only single USP which we have, or if we have 2 3 USPs, and that's how we differentiate ourselves in the market. So what category of competitors do you have? It's an e-commerce site category competition, or it's an edtech site, or it's an fintech site, or it's an travel and logistics site, or in terms of like EV sites. So a lot of competitors, a lot of categories which we need to categorize, and we need to select those VCs where they are putting money in those sections. Not like every investors will look around. I have seen like metrics will put in early stage, and it's an agnostic VC form, like they can put in all the sections where they will see the profit. But the SoftBank guy sees like very intellect product like Oyo. It's an aggregator platform for hotels. Like Flipkart, it's an aggregator platform for selling products online by onboarding many retailers, wholesalers into the one platform. Amazon, so they do all the same things, but they find a selective product, selective region like e-commerce, fintech. Many companies, many VCs will never put money on services side. So many VCs or angel funds, they will put in agnostic side. Agnostic means in all the sectors. So they do put, which we need to select by getting the data from online or else through your personal connects, anywhere, however, whatever you can make it up. So what will be the revenue model? How do you make money off your solution? So definitely you make a product to sell those things in the market. So how you can make money out of it? Definitely, if I'm investing, so I'll expect some return on investment in some certain areas in time. So how you can make it? Is it a subscription model? Suppose uh, I make a product. Suppose I can give an example of QuickBooks. So they have a product where they have a monthly subscription, and they charge us monthly, like, and they can give us what you can say, like we can cancel that subscription at any moment of after the deadline of that first payment. So it's a direct sales. No, you want to find your customer directly, and you are approaching one by one, and you can say like, hey, this is my direct customer, and I'm going to attract to it. Suppose I'm doing the direct sale. Suppose my customer is Hitachi. I'm not going through any indirect way, like doing some kind of projection revenue through some mid companies and all. So that's what we are trying to sell it off, and it's an ad base. So a lot of ad base, like they are generating huge millions of money by uh, doing in this ad based ways. Like they can get an user, and that user base have some automatically they do subscribe your product, and you earn out of it. So, and you need to give like longer vision goals, like not for 6 months I'm going to earn this and that way, because many products takes time to build a stability in the market. Many products owners try to get some user base, relevant user base for the product, where and these users are looking for the services for the longer term. And you need to project your revenue like 3 to 5 years of projection. So not like 1 year in next every quarter we need to submit the projection report to them. They don't like it, because they want to play longer in the field. Like SoftBank is playing longer time, like 5 years, 10 years. They give the time. After that, they start pressurizing to them. So to get revenue out of you, out of that product, or else we need to go for IPO. There's no other option by raising funds and making some certain valuations on the merchant banker. So a lot of stuff will come around. And your top cash burn reasons, like suppose I'm investing around 100K. So I expect like where you're going to invest this money. So either are you going to put money in marketing side, in technology side, or else in like legal side, account, finance, operation side, salaries of employees, and different small software subscription. You need to mention all those stuffs, because some investors don't like to hear this much, but many investors want to go in depth where their money is going to utilize for how much time, and from where they are going to cross the break even, and how their EBITDA at the end of the year will be positive out of it. So we need to project this all to the investors. I can show you like the actual pitch deck. This is like the simple pitch deck. I have some sample pitch deck which I will show it up, where these founders have make everything in a clear, like TAM, SOM, and SM. So total addressable market and all they have mentioned in the very clarified way. So whenever we want to make a pitch deck, suppose we need to consider these points. After that, we should start elaborating. Depends on different VCs likes to have some different perspective to make their kind of pitch deck. So this is like target market. So you need to analyze, like my target market is global, I can say. I need a company who can pay me the good salaries of developers, or else or else that is not my target market. So any software companies across the globe who wants to hire Indian talent, I'm ready to be there in the place and give the quality of software developers through our AI based assessment development tool, where we pre-vetted the software developers based on our requirement. So you need to find out, like, it's your target market is your particular state, area, region, or the whole global, and based on that you can address the market rate, like it's a $1 billion market, $2 billion market. There's a lot of things, like you need to do a lot of R&D in that. It's not like something by internet with research R&D facts. You can put down some numbers to the investors and they will believe. It's not happening like that. So you need to find the actual fact by comparing a lot of sites, a lot of figures, a lot of facts, and based on that you can consider your TAM here, target market. So for example, like age, geography, purchase habits, personal traits. So different age having like kids mostly like gaming stuffs. Geography means you can find like Indians. India is having huge user base because of large population. China after India. So first is China, then India. So you can find like where there are human beings, they have their needs. They need the services. They don't know like how much productive is going to be happen when they launch a product in the particular market, but they can try it up. So purchase habits, like suppose if uh, I used to burn my cash, like per month I used to spend a lot. So I need to find like what is my habit, and which product I am liking most. Suppose I am a foodie, so I'll go to restaurants and my target market will be a restaurant site. So that's how you can find individual habits, not accessing individual one, but on an average you need to find it out. Personal traits, choice of habits, what exactly you want to go for, and what channels you will use to get this market. Suppose there is like online channel you want to go, you want to do campaigning by keeping a lot of many ads in Facebook and getting some user base. And because Google Analytics will give you all that details, like when you put a campaign, like which area it is hitting, how many people are approaching your sites, and how many people are keeping that Google forms to fill up. So a lot of things will come around when you do for B2C, like it's an offline to online marketing. No, you want to go for B2B, like door to door service, then that is defined under like one-to-one target market. So offline to nowadays, O2O is going on in a boom scale. So many companies and many investors are putting money in O2O model. So offline to offline. So your product and service, explain how your product and service adds value. Try and explain in layman terms. Ideally, anyone reading this slide should understand it. What exactly you are trying to sell, pitch it into 2-3 lines. Don't exaggerate a lot, because investors have less time, I believe, nowadays. Then they treat like minutes. But sometimes I even used to think, when I'm going to pitch to investors, how our 4 months research will explain in 2 lines. But they want that only. If we can't explain in 2-3 minutes, we are out of it in the game. Believe me, this is happening in the market. So get ready for clear cut. Like I prefer the marketplace for software developers. After that, how we are functioning at the backend side, they're really least interested, because after closing, near to the closing terms of investment, they might ask this all. So, but in an initial instant, to say yes for the investment, okay, I am ready to look forward for the next steps, then we need to pitch into 2-3 lines. So what will be the milestones? For example, like you want to build a product, so you want to release a prototype or as a beta launch, we can say that, you can say consider as like phase 1 of a product. And will be the next product? Like in 3 months you target, like you are going to launch your product with a simple features, not like with many features. Like you have product, you want to sell in the product and in online, so you need some products to be listed with a single page, and you need to have payment terms, and you need to integrate your logistic partners. These 3 things is important. But when you start doing for the phase 2, then you start working on many features like drag and drop, add to cart. uh, that's many options, depends on product to product, I can say. And patents. So most important thing for any product, nobody wants to copy you, but many will copy you unless or until you do the patent filing or with any suitable IP attorney. So you need to protect your idea from giving by taking with others. But there is a quote, right? अगर उसको चुराना है तो वो चुराएगा ही, no matter what, by changing small slight in product USP. That's how Flipkart come into the picture. Or else Amazon is a highly IP protected when they launch in the Indian market. This is the first company like who launches where Flipkart workers, Flipkart founders used to work for Amazon, and they formed the similar concept in the name of Flipkart with some small USP, and they file the patent. It's get approved. That's how the things goes around. Or else Amazon has an easily accessible to say like no, they copy your idea. It's not happening like that in India, but still you can protect in many ways. And the pilot is something like initial launch of the product. Like you will have some users, you will send your product link to many without launching online. Maybe you can launch it online, but mostly you can send like 100 users. You want like please test them, any issue is there, please let us know so that we can correct ourselves and we again relaunch the product. So that's how pilot plays in this role. So milestone for the next 1, 3, and 5 year is possible. You can project to that investors. Milestone for what you would do if you got funded. Suppose you got some pre-series, series, angels. What you are going to use this money for the next time frame, unless or until you are going to raise the next round of funding, or else you are getting some user based model and you are generating revenue. You need to give a clear cut picture. You need to tell like. I need second round and I'm clearing you in the first state, and you need to put money and you need to help us to scale for the next round too, because individual capacity getting to the VCs and requesting them for that huge money like $5 million, $2 million and all, that is like pretty risk for them to discuss with them. So be clear what exactly you are looking for funding so far. So you tell like how much funds you have raised if you are approaching for a VCs, new investors. If not, then tell them we didn't raise and this is the first round of funding and we are looking for funding for some certain usage of our products, certain expenses, certain liabilities. We want to clear it up, and this product will scale according in the market once you put the new round of funding or else the first round of funding. So mention funds raised through other investors and soft commitments. Soft commitment is something like which is a verbal talk, but you need to declare in those pitch deck. Suppose some of your family members said like if you get a VC, I will put around 50 lakh rupees, and I'm giving my mouth of commitment. Or else he might write letter of intent. Letter of intent something like which is not 100% commitment, but yes, he shows the intention to invest in the company. So you can tell to the new investors like I have 5 letter of intents where these 5 investors want to put down the money, and you know like what I mean. So and I need this certain funds and we will club together and they hold this much shares, and we are giving you this much shares on certain valuation of the company. Suppose you are raising funds, so you will have valuation from face value of the shares from 10 rupees to some certain amount based on like your CA valuation certificate. If it's a big fund, mostly merchant bankers will do this job like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. They will do this funding calculation in a very huge scale, like $100 million, $150 million, and they will only help us to go for IPO at the end. So it's a pre-plan for everything. So you need to be clear with investors. The team, very interesting topic nowadays in India. Like team, how much how many members are there in the core team, like leadership, like founders, co-founders, and then after like how much tech team is, how many tech members are there, and how many other teams we need to be clarified with them. And the most important part is like the founders and the co-founders credibility. They'll see like how much mature these people are. Like they will not look around for 23 years old, 25 years old, 70 years old, 30 years old. They will see like how mature you are pitching your product and how confident you are, like you are going to pitch you are pitching in front of those investors. So they see like the confidence level, which I have seen in many cases including mine. When I raise the first round of funding, investors, I don't think so he understand our prospect, because when I called him like for to ask him like did you understand my product, no, he said clearly no to me. I get shocked. Then what you heard on that day? I just hear, I understand a brief, not in depth. So he said the same thing. So without knowing the actual facts, how you agreed to put down the money, and you have signed the letter of intent on the same day. And he said like the confidence level, how confidently you are pitching in front of the investors. So ये हम एक कहावत है ना हिंदी में कि मतलब अगर चाय भी बेचनी है तो तरीके से बेचो. So MBA चाय वाला, he's selling the tea, but he's selling in a very like organized way by promoting in and around like I'm MBA guy, I'm dropout. He promote himself like an dropout. So many are there dropouts, but that's the story. People attracts you, investors attracts you. Means the investor automatically will get attracted by those stories. Yeah, he has some zeal and passion. Like if I put the money, and then it's on the safer hands of Mr. Hussain, Mr. Praful, Mr. anything XYZ. So you need to build the confidence level to the investor, because any good idea without proper execution, it is a failure model for sure. This is what I have experienced in like 4 and 5 years full-time journey of my things in the startups. So I can say confidently like investors look around for this. All right. So, and the most important part, like when you select the co-founders, they will see like how many years of market experience these people have. Sometimes like a lot of VCs will see around like is it will are they in the same field what they are making the product? Are they have any education which is relevant to the product? They see some investors will see, like we need to be get ready and we need to be proper. Okay, we're building the product which we have learned from last many years through our education. So they see this around also. Some investors don't care about this. So it's a 50-50 chances, you can say, like to pitch in this note. So notes that might help. Validate every possible side with data. Numbers don't lie. Definitely. I have seen like many phone per loan where I have invested money. So I can see like they have users, but they don't have, they're not generating revenue. But they're acquiring users on every day. 8,000, 9,000 users are coming to apply for the loan. So they have the exact numbers. Now they got acquired by some good company in US with a big money, like more than $250 million. So they see like they have user acquisition, and the proposition will click after 5 years if they put new round of funding, or else it will go for IPO. That's how they see, like bigger farm, bigger vision, bigger money. They see in this way. They don't see like for 1 year, 2 years how much you are going to, and you enjoy your day in those time period. Many investors do that. From Misho to Oyo, they do that. So they try once they get the fund, the next funding round they start preparing on the same day. Like they're stating like we need the funds. We know like in the next 5 years we are going to raise the next round. In the next 1 year we are going to raise the next round. So they always prepare and ready for the face crunch which is going to have after 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. I have met these founders, so I can say confidently in this. So always they speak about rather going for a lot of ideological product idea which they are working on. So definitely they have the team to do those jobs, but their founder's job is to raise the funds. So for the next round, they are getting prepared from the day one. So we need to think in that way. It's about different perspective, but most of the startups are clicking in this way only. From you can consider from you can say recently some 2-3 startups have raised funds where I have seen like they haven't have very good user base, but still investors invest for the prospect like this might grow. So I can say again like different investors, different validations, different thinking, different areas to invest. So get ready. So it is usually not a great idea because you think so, because your target market said so. So don't be afraid to recognize that it won't work and change direction or drop it completely. The right idea might be the next one. Getting funded does not mean success. Definitely it's not a success. It's just something where you are making stability for your product by using those money, but one day you need actual users, actual revenue for long-term business game. Or else how many days the investor will keep money, or else they will go for IPO and they rely on the public money. Once public feels like it's a threat, like it's going in a negative direction, then they stop. Even they get screwed up. Like Thomas Cook has been screwed up in UK region because of this reason. So pitch less like a presentation, more like a story. So most of the investors loves to hear story, and I have seen this on the practical ground. So you be a good story creator, they at least attract to hear. The attraction point, when you feel like it's getting attracted, you pitch for actual thing. So this is how I believe. So this deck is not everything. It's a good starting point, but might not cover everything. So don't make the deck too long. Google all the terms anyway to know more about each one. So best of luck. As long as there is a fire in your heart, you will find a way. So this is about like how we can make a legal structure, how to find the co-founders, and how we will pitch in front of the investors with different proposition. So I have some referral, okay, of the pitch deck. Doctor, you can forget your name.
Yes.
Is it getting recorded, because those pitch decks are a bit confidential? I want to give them a live bit touch. Can we stop it up so that I can give like how live presentations are getting created up?
Okay.
Don't
But
mind.
that means I have to stop the recording, right?
For some timing, like 1 minute or 2 minutes, unless or until I show them. Like,
Okay. Right.
guys, with due respect, please don't record because it's a highly confidential files. But I'm showing it up like you can